Joey, thank you for joining us on All Out Fighting. I was having a look at social media, which I know is a bad idea, and about comments about your fight, and they weren't great. A lot of people, you apparently are the worst thing to ever happen to boxing. But there was one person.
Really?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Just people. Just
a keyboard warrior.
Unknown, oh yeah. But one person said, Joey's not thick, he's rather articulate, he's fooled the world for years, well played. Mm-hmm. Is he right?
Is he right?
Yeah.
I've fueled the world. Fooled.
Yeah. You've had us
I don't
all
know really. I've just been myself. I wouldn't say I've fooled anyone. I mean, people, if they think that, they've probably fooled themselves. Yeah. I mean, I've not tried to fool anyone. I've just been myself and, done well in my career and just been successful. That's how I see it.
Have you always? I don't particularly know you very well. I didn't watch TOWIE, so I wasn't hugely familiar with you. I saw you on Love Island. But have you always had this perception that you're not very clever?
Not clever?
Yeah, has that always followed you?
No, I'm not academically clever, no. Did terrible in school. Suffered with bad dyslexia as a kid. Had a teacher sitting next to me in every lesson in school, on bottom step of everything. Had to go in a separate room to do my GCSEs, weren't allowed with other students. I suffered in school, but if you put me in a room full of people, I'm the man. I can work a room, I can hold a conversation. So it depends what you define as clever.
How did that make you feel at school?
I knew as a child that I wasn't academically clever. So as a child, I looked at myself and said, and accepted that I wasn't clever. I never tried to, I tried my best, but I never tried to think, oh no, you're not clever. I never worried about it. I always knew I was going to be okay. As a young kid, I literally said to myself, you're going to be all right. And I was perfectly okay. I was very confident as a child. I went through a lot, but I was very confident, just like I am now. So
when you're sort of early teens, let's say, what were your plans for life?
I had no plan. Genuinely had no plan. Just always knew that, I was strong. And, physically and mentally as a kid, I just knew that I was strong. And I knew I was always going to be all right, regardless of whatever happened. I was always going to be okay. And I believed in myself just like I do now. It's the same situation.
Was reality TV any sort of decision to sort of prove people wrong?
Reality TV? No, reality TV was very random. I didn't really even know that I would ever do reality TV. I don't think it's something that I was really meant to do. It just fell into place. It happened. I was learning to, I was down the fish market. I worked in a salmon factory. I worked up the city in different types of offices, doing learning to try and be a stockbroker, and I just randomly fell into television. I went on it and it worked, so I took advantage of it, and I'm here now. And still, 15 years later, inundated with TV shows, getting offers from all around the world, even till today. And I decided to do boxing, so here we are.
So that confidence you talked about having, you had no problems with putting yourself out to the world on TV?
Pardon?
You had no problem putting yourself out there on TV?
In what way?
Reality TV.
No. Again, it works out well for me because part of going on television is being you, being yourself. Behind closed doors, what you see is what you get. I go on TV and what you see is what you get. People think I'm being a fool, but it's because I'm not afraid or not embarrassed to answer questions, to do things that probably most people wouldn't say or do. You ask me a question about another country, I might get it wrong and everyone laughs. You ask someone else that question, they won't answer because they won't want to answer it because they don't want to embarrass themselves. I'm not really worried to embarrass myself. I just say it. I just don't really care.
And of all the sports basically, you could do, this is probably the one that I'm not saying you can get knocked out. It happens.
Yeah.
So and you'll be on TV. You'll be in front of thousands of people. If you're going to do a sport, I guess this is the toughest one to do, right? Yeah,
it's the toughest sport, and that's why I'm doing it. I believe in myself. I believe I am tough, and this is why I'm doing it. I'm here to show that this is who I am. I've tried to prove for years who I am. And people, even if I admit on TV, I'm not that stupid, you know what I mean? I can do this, I can do that. Everyone goes, oh, he's having us on again. No one really knows how to take me. That's not my problem. That's their problem. I know who I am as a person, and that's what I need to, and that's it. But this journey, will show, hopefully, to the people who don't know who I really am. And if they still don't know, then I don't know what else to do anymore.
So who do you want them to think you are?
Just a normal human being, just like everyone else in the world. You know, I'm just a normal human being. That's it. Didn't do well in school, but I'm good on TV.
So what do you think you getting in the ring will show other people?
Well, it would just show, you know, people think, you know, people are like, oh, you know, he can't do this and he can't do that and he's not tough and he's so silly and he's stupid. Well, we'll see on the 30th, if I'm stupid, silly, I've got no common sense and, you know, I'm not tough. Well, the 30th of August, I'm going to hopefully prove it, ain't I? But I don't know. Who knows? So I'm going to prove what I'm about. But I don't want to say, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't even know myself what I'm going to do. But that's what's exciting about this, you know? I genuinely, if you ask me what I'm going to do in that ring on the 30th, I could not even tell you. But I know for a fact, I know exactly what's happening. And I don't need to keep repeating myself, but I know exactly what's happening. And I'm in there and I'm going to get the job done.
What is your first memory of boxing?
Huh?
What's your first memory of boxing?
Memory? I remember being down Gator Gym with my uncle. And I remember him training Anthony Joshua. This is probably when I was probably about, I must have been 10, I think, about 10 years old. I remember being in there. And another one when I was really young, I must have been like 9, and I went into another gym, and my uncle wasn't there. They didn't want me to box, and I went down the gym and I was like trying to give it a go, and I just decided not to do it. And I even tried football as a kid as well, and I just decided not to do it. I knew at that time it wasn't right for me, you know. I had other things that I was excited about doing. I mean, as I grew older, and I just decided that, you know, boxing was something I liked to watch. Boxing was something I was interested in, and I love getting in the ring and having a fight.
Do you remember the first ever fight you had in or out of the ring?
Yeah, well, I had a spar when I literally went to a gym on my own, knew no one. My uncle wasn't there, and they just threw me in the ring with this random kid like on day one. And I remember I was just like, I didn't know what I was doing. But that's when I was like, I don't know, if I'm going to do this one day, I've got to do it with my family. And even till now though, I was training for a bit in LA, just doing pad work. I was in Dubai doing the same thing, bit of pad work. You know, I ain't really sparred too much. And in the end, I decided to, come to Tony, and Tony said to me, look, if you want to do this and you're going to take it serious, I'll help you. And I said, I'm serious, and I've come down here and prove myself. So yeah.
We know all about Tony, but I think your dad and your granddad, did they also box?
So my dad boxed, my granddad boxed, my great granddad boxed. They was all really good boxers. Tony boxed, my uncle, and I'm finding out more information every day. So I thought my dad's side was more in boxing because it goes way back. But I have actually found out that my granddad and I think my great granddad on the same side, they're all boxers. Basically, it goes way back on both sides. They was all boxers.
So
this is in my blood. Boxing is in my blood. Whatever you want to say, it's in my blood. And now it's my time. It's just how it is, Like my family didn't want me to box as a kid, and I appreciate they didn't put me in the ring as a kid. I'm glad that never happened. I'm doing this perfectly. I've done 15 years of TV. Who knows if I'll ever do TV again? Maybe. I wouldn't say. Depends. But right now, this is the journey. This is the passion. This is something that I'm excited about. Do you know what I mean? I cannot wait to get in that ring on the 30th. Genuinely excited. Genuinely. Speaking to my mates today, I'm going, oh man, I'm so excited now. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not worried. I'm not scared. I'm really, really gassed.
Which part excites you? The actual physical fight?
Just getting in there and having all that confidence. Yeah. When I say confidence, you see me on the 30th. You'll see. Believe me, I promise you now. That's what I'm trying to say. You'll see on the 30th. You'll see the confidence. You'll see. I don't need to. This is what I'm trying to say. There's no point me talking because I'm going to show you on the 30th. This is the whole reason why I'm doing this, because people, there's people out there on this, like, you know, like you say, like doing all the keyboard warrior stuff. It's like, come on, mate, like, grow up. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, what are you going to say on the 30th after that, after what's happened? And hopefully they can give in on the keyboard warrior and just chill out, you know?
If you don't mind me asking, what do you think your mum would think about your boxing?
Very proud. Very proud, yeah. Yeah, gives me strength.
Yeah. Has there been anything about the last sort of 8 weeks, 10 weeks that surprised you about the training, or did you know, that you maybe didn't expect?
It's extremely tough, as you can imagine. It depends how much you've got in you. So for instance, you can cut corners in anything you do, right? You go gym, you go for a run, you box. One thing I don't do is cut corners. I actually do too much. So when I train, I actually overtrain, which is actually not good. So I don't recommend that to anyone. But that's how hard I train. So Tony was telling me to slow down at one point. Do you know what I mean? I was doing 7 days a week instead of 5 days a week. But for the past however long, I'm starting to actually take days off now. Like I am. Like my work ethic is. I want to. Do you know what I mean? Like I've got that mental and physical strength of just keep going, never give up. And you know, to put yourself through a camp that I've just put myself through and train this hard, you've got to be, you know, you've got to have something in you. You've got to be different. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be cut from a certain cloth. And I think coming from a boxing family, you know, with my dad was very tough. You know, Tony, I'm brought around all men. You know, my dad's got 2 brothers. You know, but Tony got his brother. I'm surrounded by boxers, men, all in the gym, fighters. You know, and that's why I have pushed myself to this level and pushed myself this far. And you know, and I'm very proud of myself. You know, I'm here. I feel brand new. I feel perfect. I feel the best I've ever felt in my life.
Do you feel like you have to prove yourself as a man? Is that?
I've proved myself so many times. You know what I mean? But like, I like to keep telling myself to prove myself more and more. Do you know what I mean? I do it for my family. I do it for myself, and you know, it's nice. It's nice to just keep going and keep doing new things.
You wake up on the Sunday morning, you get the win. What does it mean?
So what, in Sundays, what?
When you wake up on the Sunday morning after the fight.
And I got the win. Yeah, I'm gonna have a big smile on my face. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be lovely. Yeah, can't wait.
And good to have Demi on the card as well.
Honestly, like, the fact that Demi's on the card makes this fight so much more exciting. You know, I fully believe in us both. You know, I've seen Demi come on, Demi was looking at me at the start of this camera, looking at Demi, and we was, you know, from starting 8 weeks ago till now, it's unbelievable. It's genuinely, like, I was looking at Demi the other day and I was like, oh my God, like, she's come on so good. It's just her technique, you know, just everything, straight shots. You know, the way she's moving around the ring, like, it's unbelievable. Obviously, you know, Tony's trained us really well and trained us hard twice a day, and you know, we've both come on really well, so I'm proud of us both, yeah.
Final thing, when it's all said and done, you're in your pipe and slippers. How do you want to be remembered if you had to choose?
Me?
Reality TV star or boxer?
Say again?
How would you want to be remembered?
As a reality or a boxer? Yeah. I just want to be remembered as Joey Essex. That's it. Just a nice, real, humble, and just genuine person. That's it. Just, you know, I tried to keep it real, and yeah, that's it really. Just live my life happily ever after. That's it.